So apparently Teofimo Lopez has fooled us all. He told us all he was retiring. He told us, after my fight with Josh Taylor, that was it. I'm not getting paid enough, this and that. But that was the very root of the issue. To get Teofimo out of retirement, he says that all it's going to take is millions of dollars. And hopefully he can get that. I think he deserves it. He holds a lineal title at 140. He beat the guy, Josh Taylor, who was said to be the best, if not, the greatest at 140 right now. So I feel like Teofimo deserves all of his flowers, this and that, but at the same time, he kind of played us in a bit. He played us for sure. We have to think about how he talked about retiring, right? And I'm not sure how many of you guys actually believed it. I knew he knew that he had too much leverage in the sport of boxing after beating a guy like Josh Taylor. There's so much money to be made, but he understands that he's been getting the short end of the stick. Fought Loma for like $1.3 million. So still you're fighting the biggest name in the world and you're only getting $1.3 million. But he beat him, got the titles. That's the risk you take, when you're an underdog, but you still believe in yourself and you have that confidence, which Teofimo Lopez has, and you can't even attempt to disregard that, because Teofimo really did convincingly beat Lomachenko. I would argue that Teofimo had a more clear victory over Vasily Lomachenko than Devin Haney did, and that's something that you can't just write off. You can't just ignore that. Obviously beating Josh Taylor, everybody, even myself, I had Josh Taylor winning the fight, especially when I saw them in that ring. Josh Taylor looked way bigger than Teofimo, but Teofimo put a beating on Josh Taylor. All the experts had Josh Taylor winning that fight, specifically because nobody really knew what Teofimo was thinking, how his mind to his mental was. But he went in there and he performed. He did that thing where against Sandor Martin where he didn't have the best performance, still got the win. That was controversial, but people were saying, he's not as good as he once was, and Teofimo even said on camera, "Do I still got it?" But he beats Josh Taylor and then he has his last laugh and kind of fooled everybody in that sense. But I hope to see Teofimo Lopez in a big fight. Obviously, you have guys like Subriel Matias calling him out, Arnold Barboso. There are a lot of 140-pounders that are kind of making a name off of calling out Teofimo Lopez. And I understand that he's very marketable, but at the same time, Teofimo is too big for those kinds of fights. I'm sure he'd take it, but at the same time, he obviously has his fight with Jermaine Ortiz on February 8th, I believe. It's the 8th, I think, but whatever. It's the first week of February, so that'll be an interesting fight, even though a lot of people talk about how he already beat Lomachenko. So the fact that Lomachenko had a tough fight with Jermaine Ortiz, it's not really telling if Teofimo beats him, but I think it's still very possible for Teofimo to make a statement if he goes in there and stops Jermaine Ortiz, who's a tricky fighter, a very physical and strong puncher. So not an easy night in the office for sure. So it'll be interesting to see how Teofimo deals with that. If there's any adversity, how will Teofimo adapt and adjust? But I still think Teofimo's he's a top dog at 140. It's him. It goes Devin Haney. You could still have Regis Prograis in the mix, Josh Taylor, Ryan Garcia from a more marketable standpoint. Not really the resume. I don't think that Ryan Garcia going against Tank. Even though Ryan Garcia did lose the fight, he showed great heart in that fight. But at the same time, that doesn't give you the right to fight for a title at 140 yet, in my opinion. I still think he has more that he needs to do, even though he's coming off a big win against Oscar Duarte, caught him with that left hook. But I think Teofimo Lopez is a great fight for Ryan Garcia as opposed to Devin. I think Devin's a little bit of a trickier fight, but I think Teofimo would probably beat Ryan Garcia as well. But it's just interesting to hear, Teofimo Lopez just needs the right offer. He just wants millions of dollars, which is understandable, because at the end of the day, what are these fighters really fighting for, right? They're fighting, it's a business. Boxing's a business. They're trying to find the best offer for them, and Teofimo doesn't want to have to deal with a promoter anymore. He doesn't want to have to go through a promoter to make his money, because you're paying that promoter a percentage of your purse to make that fight happen. And obviously, guys like Floyd Mayweather, guys like Manny Pacquiao, they ultimately leave Top Rank and Bob Arum because of these complications that eventually arise when you're making a lot of money and you can make a big fight on your own. Why do I need a middleman and give him a percentage of the millions of dollars that I'd be making fighting whoever, as opposed to staying with Top Rank or any other promoter, where it's kind of harder to make a fight, and at the same time, it has to be network friendly, and at the same time, you would have to give some of your money to that promoter. So Teofimo Lopez is on that wave of he's gonna do it directly from himself. He has his own promotions right now, called the Takeover promotion, and he's still co-promoting with Top Rank and Bob Arum. So that's an interesting dynamic. I'm curious to see what he does next after. Is he going to have another fight with Top Rank after the Ortiz fight, or does he go in his own direction and his own path and make a big fight happen like Devin Haney or who else? Ryan Garcia. I think, you know, Regis Prograis could be a good fight with Teofimo Lopez. I favor Teofimo against Regis. Devin Haney's a tough one. Yeah, I don't know who wins that one. That could be a toss-up because Devin Haney, I'm not too sure, you know, if Teofimo lands a clean shot, how would he deal with it? And at the same time, can Teofimo land that shot? But let me know in the comments what you guys think about Teofimo Lopez. What's next for his journey? Obviously, assuming that he beats Jermaine Ortiz, not looking past that fight because it's going to be an interesting one. But what does he do from there? Does he go in the direction of Tank? Does he go in the direction of, you know, more so 140-pounders and guys like Devin, Ryan Garcia? Does he go for those fights next? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.